what's kind of neat about our dairy and where we're at is, none of our competitors have their own dairy plants and manufacturing plants, so which is really a competitive advantage for us. And so we're breaking a new program to where it's basically getting our product quicker and faster to the fridge, basically to your fridge, as fast as we possibly can, and getting a longer shelf life to it. So this program now will get you, once you buy our milk here, basically, what is it, 9 days? Isn't it, Ken?
That is correct, yeah.
So you'll have 9 shelf days on your shelf, and I don't think there's anybody else that is even close to that. I don't even know what, we didn't even monitor how close anybody else would be. But once you buy our milk and you actually get it to your fridge, you'll still have 9 days left of good quality milk. So it's pretty good. It's a competitive advantage because we're not going through, competitors have to go through somebody else to buy milk from. So there's that transportation middle person, so to speak, that they have to go through. We've got our own manufacturing plant. We think we've got the freshest milk in town. So basically, it's to our manufacturing plant, right to your, what we kind of like to call it is right straight to your fridge. So you'll see it starting Wednesday, where we do some advertising, some special advertising over the next month or so. You'll really see us increase our advertising on freshest milk in town, and I feel pretty good about that. So. Yeah, I don't even know if I've seen that. So. It says, from our local dairy. We won't sell anything less than 9 days to expiration and fresher from the fridge. And then, of course, we guarantee our products, which is pretty good. So not only do we guarantee our chicken,
every day.
Everybody know about our chicken, right? It's a joke. Go with me now on this. Not only do we guarantee our chicken, we guarantee our bread. We guarantee everything, of course. But milk is going to be good. So.
The other thing that John has done for us, being the leader that he is anything under 9 days of milk, you probably ask him, what are we going to do with that? We don't throw it out. We actually, John has us donated to food bank.
Oh, good.
One of the things we feel pretty good about on our community side, community piece on this too. Really, most. I think most companies give back to the community. It's one that I feel real important about and strongly about. But last year we fed to the hungry out there, just in the state of Arizona, over 3 million. It was about 3,600,000 people. We gave meals to the hungry last year. So, which is things like not just milk, but we never let any food go to waste in this organization. So I felt pretty good about that last year, especially with the economy and the way it is, people out of jobs and those kind of things. So I felt pretty good about that. So that's pretty good. 9 days.
Yeah, 9 days.
And we do think we have a difference on quality of milk and freshness on milk.
Yes,
And there was one I was looking on some of the notes, the blogs back and forth, and there was one item that somebody said that we had a complaint on. What was that on?
The heavy whipping
Is that
cream?
the heavy whipping cream? They were
Yeah.
saying that.
But I wanted to make sure we followed up on. So if there's ever any time that there's an item that isn't right because of temperature or anything like that, we always guarantee it. We always guarantee our products.
Correct.
Yeah, one of the ones was heavy whipping cream. They thought it was spoiled when it got home. And so what we went out and tried to help have some answers before we came into the restaurant then and there. So we asked the team here, and it said the heavy whipping cream, if it's not kept cold, even just starting to get at room temperature, it'll start to curdle and go bad. So when somebody gets home and if they leave it on the counter, it could be, it wasn't our supply chain, because it's pretty stringent what they have to go through. It could have been just something out there. So if you have questions like that, let us help answer them if you don't know the answers, because it's simple that, hey, you might have left that out on the counter too long, did you do that? So
But the main point is, regardless of what the reason that may not be good is, we guarantee everything we sell. And we'll gladly replace it or refund the item at the store.
The best story, best letter that and I'm in my, just past my 40th year with this company, but best letter I ever got from a customer was a lady that got a bad gallon of milk in our store. Well, she thought she did, but anyway, you can imagine being a young mother, but she worked, and she had 2 young children that went to school, grade school. And I always tell the story because it's important on how you handle customers' complaints and bad situations. But anyway, she, as the letter went to me, she said she was in our store and she bought, the night before, she bought a gallon of milk and 2 boxes of cereal for breakfast the next day. And you can imagine that whole scenario and serving that to her 2 children, and then going to take them to drop them off for school, and then on she goes to work. Well, as she served the product the next day, the milk was bad, so served it over the cereal. So you can imagine how that whole morning went. Kids not happy. She had to take them to school, drop them off. They were cranky. She wasn't very happy, right? So she dropped them off to school, not very happy, but before she went to work, she went by the nearest fry store, and she had the gallon of milk with her, and she was going to let us have it because the date was still good on the container, but the milk was sour. So she goes into the first person she catches, and is going to give a second about the bad gallon of milk, and she didn't really realize this at the time, and nobody really said anything. But anyway, she didn't have to bring the gallon of milk back because we would have believed her, but she wanted to prove that the milk was sour. But anyway, she grabs the first associate in the store and tells the story, and she's mad, and you ruined this and that. And as the clerk stands there, she sticks the gallon of milk in her face, and the label on the milk was Safeway. So she had gotten the milk at another store, it wasn't us. And our clerk, could have handled it completely, several ways. Could have said, look, you taken her outside and showed her the sign, it's Fry's, not Safeway. But did it just like it should have done, apologized, said, I'm sorry that you got a bad gallon of milk, and I'm sorry that your milk was, cereal was ruining your experience, and never said anything about, the Safeway incident because, didn't want to embarrass her, so, and then ended up giving her, didn't give her milk back because she knew was going to work, so ended up giving her cereal and a $25 gift card. So I always look at that letter and that situation and I always think, what a great customer service story that is. Never did, because she never did get the milk from us, but I thought that was kind of a cute milk story, even though that wasn't our milk.
What's your philosophy?
But
It's your philosophy.
It is our philosophy to try to satisfy.
Was there anything in particular that prompted this campaign for the milk?
Well, we started working on this about a year ago. About a year ago, I guess, Ken.
Yes, that's
In
correct.
our whole total company, and we really felt like that we do have an advantage over our competitors, and that we do. It might cost us a little bit more shrink, but actually, once we started it, tested it, or what have you, we're actually turning our products over quicker, and that there is not as much shrink as we thought there would be by guaranteeing this. And the advantage that we do have is we have our own manufacturing plants where our competitors don't. And we produce a lot of our own products in our stores, just like milk. I mean, whether it's bakery and our breads to peanut butter to coffee to jellies to we're